This is shop talk. We're talking about mallets. I'm gonna make me them right there are wore out. They finally give the ghost up. This doesn't work. This design here doesn't work for. I need something with my chisels. This in here it doesn't work. It has its application, but not. I'm looking for one that works with my chisels. So what I'm thinking about, this is closer to the height. Actually, where I do all of my hitting is right there. I could make this thing 10.5 long. There's a way, I need to get into it and see, but there's a way you can take a vacuum chamber, which I've got a vacuum chamber. We got that in pouring resin. Actually, the vacuum pump, I used the one where you work on air conditioners, you know, where you suck the moisture out. And I just got me some fittings and adapted it to the vacuum chamber. So all we did was buy the chamber itself, which wasn't bad. Your expensive part is the pump itself. But there's a way, for instance, I made this out of pine. They got what they call cactus juice. Don't know that much about it, just got familiar a little bit with it. I need to dive into it and get the ins and outs and do's and don'ts and the benefits. But what they do, for instance, you got to weight it down because wood floats. You weight it down to where it stays submerged, and you put this cactus juice in it. And you start pulling vacuum out. What it does, it pulls the air out. And in the place, that's where the harder wood is more dense. It's got less air. That's why it's heavier. So what you're doing, you're pulling the air out. And this cactus juice, every so often you shut it down and let it relax. And what it does, the cactus juice replaces the air in the wood. And then once you stop getting bubbles, it is replaced it in its entirety with this cactus juice. So what you do, you get your aluminum foil and a pan, you know, because it's going to be a little bit run out. So what you do, you get your oven on 200 degrees. I think it's 200 degrees. Been a long time since I've seen that video. However, you pull it out and put it in that pan, you stick it in the oven for a couple of hours at 200 degrees. And I guess what it does, it sets the cactus juice and makes it hard. But when I have turned some stabilized, that's what this is, you stabilizing your wood. I have turned stabilized wood. It is hard. It is very hard. You can take some punky wood, burl is it's as soft as you get. You could just about take your finger and push to it in some cases. But it used to, well, that's what I turned. It was a stabilized green burl. I guess they had a color they put in it. And I made a ink pen, and that's what I used. And one thing about it, boy, it sure does shine. But it was hard. It was real hard. Your tools got to be sharp. But if I wanted a hammer, but I'm afraid it's going to be too. I got this feel that's what I'm looking for. I think stabilizing it will be too much. What I ought to do, see if I can't find some oak might work. It's kind of hard. I wish I had a piece of poplar. Poplar is, there's a line on the Janka scale, and you go up so far, and somebody at some point, or a group of people, whatever, I don't know the history behind it, drew a line. If it goes above that, it's considered a hardwood. Like if your scale is this, it's right here, you know, better than 3/4 of it is in the hardwood, and then you got your softwood like pine and different stuff. It's in the softwood. But poplar is just in the hardwood. In other words, it's a little harder than the pine. I'd like to turn one of them and see if that won't work. I'm afraid that stabilizer will be too hard, which I guess you can get used to anything, but I develop a feel for it, which now this thing's give up to where it don't feel right. So what if we go look around in my wood? I got some wood that I've collected over the years and stuff that I've been making stuff, and I still got see, I got oak, that 4x4 oak right there. I would say, I don't know where the cedar comes into play. I may cut me off a piece of this cedar and try it. I don't know. What else have I got? I got some walnut, but it is, see how it's cracked up? I may pull it. It's sapwood. That might work. What have I got? See, it's checked right there. I don't know. Ooh, well, it's I need a 3-inch diameter. I may just try that. I don't know if that right there will bring it out or not. I just wonder. Yeah, if I can get it turned out, it'd be a 3. I may try that. We'll just try that. So let me work this thing up and see if I can't. So what did I say? 10.5. So you're gonna need somewhere around 12 or so. Time you get it mounted on the lathe, and between the check is checked right there. Okay, according to that one, I'm okay. Yeah, a lot of that will come off. So I'm looking at, what I'm looking at is probably somewhere along in there to right there. And that gives me just under 14 inches, and that way I can get it chucked in there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give that a try. Oh, sapwood. I don't know. You don't know till you try, do you? So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. That ain't looking too good, is it? And we'll go ahead and mark the center up here anyway. See what that gives you. Hopefully you can see that. You can find dead center with that, you see. This piece of walnut I found in my stash, it's got some sapwood on it. I think it's going to be dressed up right nice. There. All right. So what we're going to do now is see if we can't find, yeah, right here. Right now I'm gonna make it round. Well, it looks like I got myself a carving mallet. Sure do. I've been needing one for a while. That other one was wore out, I mean. But I think I did a little pairing with it. Looks like we're good. But that's building a carving mallet out of a piece of wood I had stashed in there that I forgot about. So we put it to good use, didn't we? So that's going to do it on this one. We hope to see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making this one. Yes, I did. Got me a mallet. It's all good. So y'all be safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.